All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. All right, everyone, get ready to buckle up. Like I said, this is your captain speaking. We're getting ready for takeoff. Today, we're going to be flying to the territory of Florida. The topic will be evictions. 900 families are being evicted out of their homes. That'll be the topic of today's video. Our destination is Florida. What's happening in Florida? That's where it's happening. 900 families being evicted. Wow. This is happening in Sweetwater, Florida. Don't sound so sweet to me. So let's talk about this, huh? The 900 families being evicted. This is so wrong on so many levels. It's pissing me off and it's grinding my gears, as Peter Griffin would say on Family Matters. Not Family Matters, Family Guy. Grinds my gears. So yeah, this is grinding my gears. This really makes me angry. It's like, how can someone do that to these 900 families? And today, folks, I got my trusty co-pilot. We're going to talk about these 900 families being evicted. Do you know what time of year this is? Christmas. Yeah, it's Christmas time. Time to take our sunglasses off. I just try to use them for the intro. Alright, let's talk about this. 900 families being evicted. This is take 2. I'm trying to see if I can do this in a shorter period of time. I asked my trusty co-pilot, tell me everything you know about the 900 families being evicted in Florida. Who owns the property, who the mayor is, etc., etc. So, my co-pilot gave an answer. The situation in Sweetwater, Florida is indeed concerning. Here's a summary of what I found. Oh, wait. Oh, come on. Sorry about that, folks. Just getting over a cold. Oh, come on. Here we go. This is a laptop, so having a okay. My co-pilot is saying the situation in Sweetwater, Florida is indeed concerning. Here's a summary of what I found. Sorry for the bloopers. Who is evicting them? Well, the eviction is being carried out by the urban group, the landowners of the property. Who owns the land? The land is owned by the urban group. Remember, the urban group, which plans to redevelop the area into rental housing. Probably rentals you can't afford. From affordable housing they have now to unaffordable housing. 900 families. We're going to talk about this. That's a very serious voting block for the mayor. Who is the mayor? The mayor of Sweetwater is Jose Pepe Diaz. Pepe sounds French. The other two sound South American. So, mayor's options. Here's what the mayor's options are. Mayor Diaz has pledged to advocate on behalf of the residents. Well, he better. We're talking thousands of voters here. That could cost him his election. His political career is on the line here. In a big way. We're not talking about an apartment complex that may have 50 people. We're talking several thousand people here. Almost the population of a small town. So yeah, this matters to his district. This matters a lot. Now, I'll tell you why this matters politically. Those 900 families also have friends and family. So you got 900 families, at least maybe 1,500 registered voters. And all of them have friends. Yeah. And all of them have these. That's thousands of votes. Even if each of them had a network, and each of them had 10 friends. But they've got more than that on this. The average person on Facebook has at least 100 friends, maybe 200. So they put this on Facebook. Now you're reaching up to 100,000 people. 100,000 people. If those 1,500 people, not including their kids, are on Facebook, and they're all talking about this on Facebook or whatever platform you're on, that's tens of thousands of people. Tens of thousands of potential voters. To the mayor, this is serious business. It's his career on the line. Now, to the developer, now the mayor could evoke what they call eminent domain. Yeah. The city's going to buy the property from the landowner, and we're going to own the property. That's an option for the mayor. Eminent domain. But your city has to have the resources to exercise that. Maybe the city doesn't have a lot of money, a lot of funding, so eminent domain may not be an option, but it should be. It's a legal option. We're going to discuss the legal option that the residents have, like a rare species on the land. Save the owl, save the bird, whatever species, save. A rare plant. Doesn't matter if it's an animal or a plant, just a rare species on the land. That's enough to stop them in their tracks. Put it in the court systems for years. The landowner will have to go somewhere else. A historical landmark could be used. Half Native American. We could say, this is sacred ground. It's kind of hard to say that. There's already trailers sitting on it. But it's an argument. I'm just saying it's there. We could declare it holy ground for religious reasons that would make the land untouchable. Historical. There's something historical. We've got to have some historical landmark sitting on it. Of course, they'll probably go around the landmark. So, but those are some options to the 900 families that are trying to save their homes. Okay, let's go back to my co-pilot. All right, so Mayor Diaz has pledged to advocate on behalf of the residents. Sure he has. He plans to seek a meeting with the urban group to discuss extending the timeline for relocation. There shouldn't be any relocation at all. That is so wrong on so many levels, I can't begin. He believes that a conversation could help delay the eviction and provide more time for residents to relocate. To where? Where are they going to go, Mr. Mayor? This is wrong to begin with. But you're right, diplomacy is the better option. As best you can. Exercise diplomacy. I'm all for that. Residence options. They could take legal action. Like I said, they could find a rare species, holy ground, historical landmark, some reason to save the land, right? But they don't own the land. They're just renting it. That's the problem. They don't even own the land. There's nothing to save. Residents are exploring legal options and pushing for answers. Well, I'm doing my best to provide some of them. They have also gathered outside the management office demanding answers and more time to relocate. I would also stop paying the rent. Send a message. That's 900 families. If 900 families are paying, say, little over $1,000 a month, that's $1 million. 900 times 1,000. Yeah, that's $1 million. You think that won't affect their bottom line? It will. Millions of dollars gone. Gone. Yeah, that'll affect them big time. I'd boycott the rent. Because that adds up. 900 families, that adds up. Um, they've also gathered outside the management office demanding answers and more time to relocate. Like I said, to where? The residents have been offered a tiered relocation compensation package with amounts ranging from $14,000 if they vacate by January 31st, 2025, to the statutory minimum required by Florida law if they leave after April 30th, 2025. So 14,000 is all they're being offered. Okay, they're in house trailers. Let me put this in context here. There are those of you who have lived in a house trailer. I did when I was younger. And the cost to just up and move your trailer to another piece of land is thousands of dollars. 14,000 would barely cover that. It's a tough situation for everyone involved. Okay, the source that my co-pilot took it from is CBS News. There's plenty of replies here. Plenty of comments here. Here are a couple options that I think. Now, to the landowner, yes, you own the land. You're asking 900 families to move. This is Christmas. There was a movie called The Never Ending Story 2. This is going to be late. And in the movie, there's this evil witch called Zaida. Let's pretend this urban group is the landowner, and so they're the evil doer, right? In the movie The Never Ending Story 2, Bastian, every time he used the Orin, he would lose a memory. The Orin would grant his wishes. Now he's down to his last memory, the memory of his father. He's got one wish remaining. And Zaida says, well, Mr. Bastian, time to make your last wish. You got one wish left. And Bastian looks at Zaida and he says, yes, Zaida, I will make my last wish. I wish for you to have a heart. And Fantasia was restored. Zaida decided, because he gave her a heart. She didn't have a heart. Kind of like the Tin Man. Well, the Tin Man wasn't bad, but that was clever. I never forgot that. And relating to this story, I wish for this landowner to have a heart. This is Christmas time. And maybe I don't intend for this to be a Christmas message at all, that I hope these little kids who live in this neighborhood will have a Christmas. Because that's what this landowner is trying to do. He's trying to be the Grinch. He's stealing Christmas from these little kids. There's hundreds of kids who live in this trailer court. Hundreds of them. And you're stealing Christmas from them? How dare you? I mean, really, it's like, you've heard the old saying, karma's a bitch, right? Well, karma is a bitch, and I hope it bites them in the ass. This landowner, I hope they get what they deserve. An option for the residents. Here's another option. Find out who the shareholders are. It's a corporation, right? Well, they obviously have investors. Find out who they are. And do they not vote? If it's a corporation, if they've incorporated, they have proxies. Who holds the proxies? So, get enough proxies. Get enough of your investors with enough proxies to stop the development of this property. That's an option. It's an option that you may not know about, but I'm letting you know what it is. Find the investors. Get a hold of those proxies and stop the development. That's legal. You can do that. It's a corporation, isn't it? Who's behind it? Get with them. Get them to have a change of heart. Do something. That's what I would do. That's the move I would make. I'd find out who these investors are. I would gather all the proxies and have this thing stopped and find another piece of property that they can develop. something that's not going to be messy, full of families that you expect them to just up and relocate. That's not going to happen. Another thing I wished I could say to this landowner is something I say in this podcast from time to time. Guess what I got? A bowl of fuck. You know what I'd say to this landowner? Eat a bowl of fuck. It's good. That's what you deserve. Kicking these families off their land, asking them to relocate. Where ever heard that word before? Relocation. I could open up my history books. I mean, that's not going to happen this time around. I don't want to use that as a context, but still. You're asking these families to just up and go. Families have jobs. Where are they going to go? 14,000? You're spitting on them. You know what? You should pay them at least 50,000. That would be enough to move their trailers. That's assuming they got somewhere to move to. Because they had to find some place to go. Maybe I don't know. I maybe have too many things plugged in. You don't think about that. But this laptop's on a battery. This camera's on a battery. So again, 900 families being evicted. So what are the people commenting? Because the landowner is an obvious asshole, a jerk. This is Christmas time. Yes, this is November 18th, 2024, at the time of this recording. So Christmas is 1 month and 1 week away. About 5 weeks from now will be Christmas. And I want these children who live in this community to have a good Christmas. I do. I want these residents to stop paying rent. Boycott the rent. That'll cost that landowner millions of dollars in lost rent. Yeah, he's losing that rent money. It's costing him millions. That's a lot of money. So it's going to cost him millions more. I'd also bill him. He may also have to buy out the existing mortgages. That's right. Oh, did I forget to mention, some of these families owe money on those trailers. They can't just walk away from those mortgages. You're going to have to buy them out. You want them to walk away, you're going to have to buy out their trailers. That's right, you're going to have to buy them. You're going to be eating all that money. Clear their debts, at least as far as the mortgage is concerned. If someone owes $20,000 on their trailer, you got to give them that $20,000 to pay off their trailer, to pay off that mortgage. On top of that, you have to give them another $10,000 just to up and move and find another place to live. Yeah. So you could be out millions and millions of dollars. To the urban group, I would find another location. That's right. Some of these people owe mortgages on those trailers. This is a very messy situation. You have to buy out these people. Yeah. It's going to be very bad. And you know what? These residents can tie this up for years. Yeah. Tie it up legally for years to come with no rent, by the way. You're losing millions and millions of dollars. The landowner needs to go somewhere else. This is a very messy situation. It's not going to end well for anybody. As they just need to find some place that either has no residents or just a handful of them. It wouldn't cost them near as much to buy them out. Because that's usually what has to be done. But these people, the residents there, don't own the land, but they own the trailers that sit on the land. There you go. It's a legal loophole. And I would tie it up in the courts for years. That landowner is going to be wishing they had never made this move. They're going to have to find someplace else. Really. I mean, I'm just trying to think what options these residents would have. Yes, getting a hold of those proxies is your best option. It tied up in the courts in legal battles. That's another option. Don't pay rent in the meantime. Block, no rent. It's an illegal legal battle. So the landowner's losing millions of dollars in rent collections. Yeah. Oh, don't they have squatters' rights? Oh, yeah. Oh, why haven't I thought of that? Declare yourself a squatter. If it's a blue state, well, Florida's not a blue state. It's a red state. It's DeSantis. But it depends on the laws of the land. It is a red state, so there may not be very many squatters' rights, but it's an option. It's an option. It's out there. Use it. Tie it up legally. Tie it up in the courts. Make them to where there'll be years fighting it. Years. Yeah, so that would be one way. Find every legal situation you can to tie it up in the courts. Keep it tied up. And don't pay any rent. Find a rare bird, a rare species, a historical landmark, some historical reason. I'm Native American, so it's like, you could say it's a holy ground, but there's already a trailer sitting on it, so can't use that option, can we? If I were there and being half Native American and they used that word relocating, I'd stick it in their face and relocate. Oh, yeah? Where have I heard that word before? Oh, that's right, the Trail of Tears. How many Native Americans died on the Trail of Tears? A lot. Relocating. My other half is German Jew, so it's like no matter which side you go to, I've heard this word before. Yeah. They told the Jews you're going to be relocated. To where? And that's the German Jews. What about the Polish Jews and all the other? That's a relocation. If you're a Japanese American, where have you heard that word before? Relocation. I just don't like the use of that word. You're being relocated to where? Where are these people going to go? This is Christmas. You're going to make these little children cry because they don't have presents under their tree. You're going to take the joy of Christmas away from them. Listen, moms and dads that live in this area, give your kids the best Christmas ever. Don't let these landowners take that away from them. Don't pay rent. Spend it on presents for your kids. Give them the best Christmas ever. Don't rob your kids of it. Don't let the landowner rob your kids of it. Don't pay rent. Spend it on your children. Yeah, that's exactly what I'd do. I'd make sure my kids have the best Christmas ever. That landowner is not going to get any rent money from me. $14,000 to relocate? Screw you. To where? What if you still had a mortgage on that trailer? So that landowner is going to have to buy these people out. Period. I'd make sure to say, hey, you're going to pay off this trailer. I can't just up and relocate this trailer to where? I don't have land. So he's going to have to, each citizen is going to have to file a lawsuit. That's hundreds of lawsuits. This could be tied up for years in the courts, in which time they're not collecting any rent. It's very messy. it could get very messy very quickly. So the urban group is going to have to go somewhere else. Yeah, this is a big enough situation, and that's my opinion. The urban group, eat a bowl of fuck. Go F yourselves. This is just terrible on so many levels. These are families who are on low incomes. They can't just up and go. They can't just move those trailers. Even if they left the trailers behind. Go where? 14,000? That's peanuts. 50,000 is enough to make some of them go. But that's only some of them. You're just going to have to buy out every last resident. And the amount's different for each family. It could cost you $50,000 to $100,000 per family. Yeah. This is going to cost millions and millions of dollars. You're better off going somewhere else. They're going to tie this up. I'm telling you, it's just a situation that is going to end badly for everybody involved, especially the landowner. There's enough residents here to make a difference. It could destroy the mayor's political career. There's enough votes, enough the voting bloc. That's tens of thousands of votes. It's not just them, but everybody they know on social media. Everybody they know will make sure that mayor does not get reelected. It could even affect the governor. There's enough of a voting bloc to possibly elect to turn the state blue. It could affect DeSantis too. It could. It's a big enough voting bloc. They get enough petition, enough people on social media campaigning to stop this. Yeah, it could go all the way to the governor's office. 900 people, families, is a lot of people. That's a small town that you're dealing with. So that's just my take, and I had to make this video. This is take 2, and this person said this is happening all over the country. Yeah. If you live in a mobile home and you don't own the land under it, you need to start making a plan to change your living situation now. You can't make a plan. You don't make enough money to do that. That takes money. What money do they have? Even if they made all the right moves and cut their budget, like Dave Ramsey, no more lattes, they stopped smoking or vaping, whatever it is they do, no more drive-through windows for, even if they did that, they made all the right moves. At best, they could raise, a couple hundred a month? No more potato chips? Come on, you gotta have to have something. But that's not gonna make a difference. No, these families are low income. Unless somebody won the lottery or somebody had a rich uncle, that's not going to happen for these people. They have nowhere to go. There's no affordable housing. Where are they going to go? So the cost of relocating each and every family is going to cost the city. It's going to cost the landowner. It's a messy situation. No matter how you look at it, it will not end well. The best thing to do is for the urban group to develop another piece of property that doesn't have 900 families sitting on it. Maybe it's only got 5 or 6. They can easily buy them out for a couple $1,000,000 and develop the land, or go around them, which they've done sometimes. Work around it. But there's 900 families. So, again, this is a very bad situation. I want you to get the word out about what's happening in was it Sweetwater? And it's in Florida. Yeah, Sweetwater, Florida. Yeah, that's the name of the town. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. There's a lot of comments here. I should do a podcast version so I can read all the comments, because on podcast I can do that. And it's just, I don't know. I'm so angry right now. I'm doing my best to be as professional as I can, but it's comments like this. Same for people living in older apartment complex or an older neighborhood. And this is happening all over the country. With ranch-style homes under 2,000 square feet, these crazy rebuilding small homes to McMansion trends are pricing homeowners out with higher property taxes, higher mortgage rates, and such. Easy to say, very hard to do. Mobile home parks used to be affordable. They are so few options. True. There are so few options. There are no options. Hey, I'm poor myself, but they need to start making some kind of plan to get out or they will end up on the streets. But they can't. That's the whole point. Like I said, this is happening all over the country, and it's sad. Well, yeah, but they're low income. What plan could they possibly make without a rich uncle or winning the lottery? I mean, let's be realistic here. These are families who are struggling. And I'm surprised the Democrats aren't all over this. Hey, Democratic Party, you should save these residents. Do something for the good of the party. You want to reclaim the White House? Reclaim the Senate? The Supreme Court? Democrats used to be all about the working people. At least Bernie still is. I don't know about anybody else. But Bernie Sanders needs to get all over this one. Oh, I wish he would. He'd probably stop it in its tracks. But legally, if they can get enough proxies from enough investors, whoever, it's a corporation, isn't it? Which means they've got investors. There may be proxies. Vote. Use it. Use their own corporate rules against them. Do the best you can. Squatters' rights, whatever thing you can think of. It's holy ground. There's a rare bird, an insect, a rare plant. Use every means possible to stop development of this land. Use every means possible. Make this as painful as you possibly can for the landowner. If I were the landowner of one of the investors, I'd be going, yeah, we need to go somewhere else. This is going to end badly. Because some of these people owe money on those mobile homes. You have to buy these people out legally. You're going to have to pay off those mobile homes is what you're going to do. Legally, yeah, they can come after you. And this is going to be tougher than you think. You'd be better off developing somewhere else. I'm just saying, this is a very messy, it could be years and years, and it may never get developed. I remember we had a legal situation with a Hers department store here in Springfield, Missouri. I don't know the whole story, but they spent years and years and years, whether it's tied up in the courts, there's so many legal battles. They did not make it easy for anyone to develop that property. It just recently got developed. Finally, after decades. Yeah, decades. And, yeah, so this is wrong to just kick people off the land. Tell these families to up and go. These are low-income families. They don't have options. You think they do, but they don't. And this is also Christmas. Have a heart. Please, have a heart. Keep these people on their land. That's all I ask you. Come on. This is take 2 on this video. The other one was almost 50 minutes long. This is already 35 minutes, and I haven't even gotten to the comments. I'll have to do a podcast version to go over these comments here. But, yeah. Send this video out. Comment on this video. Like, share, comment, like, share, subscribe. You know the routine. Comment below. What's your story? What should these residents do? Maybe I haven't thought of. Besides blocking the rent, finding some legal loophole to save the land from being developed. Make it as messy as you can. Yeah. And to the developer of this land, eat a bowl of fuck. Yeah, that's... Let's see. Read another comment. Corporations are people, money is free speech. You ain't seen nothing yet. Bingo, bango, sugar in the gas tank. Yeah, this person is... Corporations have more rights than the people do. This is literally why low-income housing doesn't exist. Rent will triple after work finished. Yeah, bingo, bango. That's exactly right. Private investors are buying up mobile home parks left and right. That is correct. Oh my gosh. You're not going to win. Take the $14,000 and find other housing before the others find it. $14,000? What if you can't? What if you still owe money on the trailer? Did that ever occur to you? What if you can't just walk away? You still owe money. You're going to have to pay for a mortgage on a trailer that you don't have anymore. And you can't just uproot and move. There's so many complications. It's not simple. Those trailers are tied down. To uproot them and move them to where? Where are you going to go? Where you could still be close to your job. What if you have to be close to your job? Where are you going to go? This situation is going to get out of hand. It's going to get very messy. And I think the developer should go somewhere else. This is not going to end well for anyone. This stinks of corporate housing. This would be a corporate town for employees. No, it won't, because employees can't afford to live there. Yeah, you're building a housing, but your own employees can't afford the housing you're building. Go figure. Greed in Florida is out of control. Greed everywhere is out of control. Laugh out loud. People actually think they're going to build a community center on the property. I don't think so. They are going to build high-rent apartments and put a meeting room in the office and call it a community center. This is greed, pure and simple. It's encouraged by lawmakers so they can get those 900 low-income families out of their districts. No, those are voters in your district. Yeah, voters. And they all have friends and family. They all have a network. This could translate to tens of thousands of votes. America by the oligarchs, for the oligarchs. America needs to resist the modern form of feudalism. Okay. Elections have consequences. Contact your local and state representatives. Exactly. This is a very powerful voting bloc. I would turn these voters against the incumbents. This is great for the Democratic Party to move in and save these residents and make them vote blue. Yeah. Yeah, this is a very big voting bloc. This is not some small little apartment complex with only a handful of residents. We're talking 900 families. That's a small community. All of them have a network. See, that's how I see it. If you're smart, you create a Facebook page, you will network this thing and cost that mayor thousands of votes. If you're smart about it. Find out who those investors are. Get a hold of those proxies. Really launch a campaign to stop this. You can. 900 families translates to 20 or 30,000 protesters very easily through social media. That's a lot of votes. That's a lot of voting power, a lot of buying power. Those people spend money in the community. They have jobs. So you're going to create a wrinkle in the economy. It could end badly. Find out who those investors are. That's another way of stopping it. Create a very serious voting bloc. We're going to go blue. If this is a red area, we're going to go blue. All these elected officials need votes. Make it painful. That's my advice to them. It can be done. And this is why I did not buy a trailer in one of these parks. Yeah. But like I said, it can get very messy very quickly. Well, I better end this video or I'm going to just ramble on. I can do that on the podcast version and make it go 2 hours easily. But comment below. Share this video. Share this story. Whether you can hate me, hate this video, but at least get the story out there about these 900 families who are about to lose their homes and be evicted. This is wrong. This is unethical. This is immoral. And these kids deserve a decent Christmas. You're trying to take away Santa. You're trying to take away these kids' Christmas by evicting these families and their children out of their homes. Screw you. This is wrong. Period. I understand you want to make money. Why are you giving up a guaranteed income of 900 families paying rent? That's guaranteed income coming in already. You want to give that up? To create a very politically, very messy situation that may not get resolved for years. It could cost you millions of dollars. Because while this is tied up in the courts, you're not collecting any rent. Yeah, these residents can tie this up in the courts for years. In the meantime, you're not collecting any rent. It's costing you millions of dollars. And millions. Now, the residents can still pay the utility bill end of it. Someone's going to pay the utility. I know this is a very messy situation. And for the landowner, the corporation, it could be messy for them very quickly. The CEO could find himself out of a job because the investors are going to say, hey, look, we don't want any part of this. We're out. Here are my proxies. Stop this or you're fired. So the CEO of this corporation could also find himself out of a job. This situation gets messy, it's over. It's done. It's going to get messy. It's going to get to where go somewhere else. Me, I'd be going somewhere else. Because they could be a court ruling and I have to pay off the mortgage on all those trailers. I said, now that's going to cost me millions and millions. I'm out of here. I'll just drop it. I'm out. I'm gone. Zip. Gone. Just like that. Yeah. Because yeah, there's lots of things the residents can do. And this is a story that, video I wanted to make and a story I had to get out there. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I'm just being myself here. This video turned out to be bigger than already up to 45 minutes. Man, I wish I could get it down to 15 minutes or less. Bam, 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 hit it hard. I don't know if I can do a 15-minute version. Maybe I should try. But I want to thank everybody for watching. This is the extended version. I'll see if I can do a 15-minute version. Fast, hard, bam, bam, bam. I can do it if I put enough practice. But anyway, there's just so much ground to cover. And it's hard to do a 15-minute version. The story's too big. And too many comments, too many suggestions, too much ground to cover. There's no way I can do it in under 15 minutes. But I want to thank everybody for watching. Comment below. Have you been in a situation? Do you know someone that's in a situation? This is happening in mobile home parks everywhere. It's going to get to the point people don't want to live there. But where are these people going to go? I don't care what mobile home park you're living in anywhere in the country. Where are they going to go? And live where? Well, that's it for this video. Look up 900 people getting evicted in Florida. Do Google search. Do your own research. You want to know more? Because I got to end this video. Because kind of like that other YouTuber, he kind of rambles on a little bit. I'm just being myself. This is the second version I've filmed. So, I want to thank everybody. I really have to go. I really have to end this video. I want to thank you for coming aboard. I hope you enjoyed this trip. This is a very serious topic. And I just want to bring lots of smiles. I want these kids to have a good Christmas. These kids shouldn't have to worry about mom and dad getting evicted, losing their homes. Let's give these kids a good Christmas. How about that? What's happening in Sweetwater is wrong. This is Sweetwater, Florida. It's wrong. These people are poor. They have nowhere to go. $14,000? Screw you. You should be offering at least $50,000. Or it should be pay off these mortgages. It's gonna get very messy. I gotta end this video. So bye bye. Thanks for watching.